semua kena NED tapi majority independent. Untuk berhati-hati dengan ayat majority dengan tak ada majority. Majority dengan all. Okay.
Kalau ada non-executive director, majority independent.
Cuba buka ASX dengan UKFRC. Buka lampu.
Apa sir? Dah kak.
Dah. Kita tengok pada yang audit committee.
Audit committee.
Kalau ASX, try to see recommendation 4.1. Kita baca all dengan majority 4.1.
All dengan majority. All of whom are non-executive directors and majority of whom are independent directors.
Highlightkan perkataan all dengan
All.
highlightkan perkataan majority.
Okay. Mana dah?
Apa yang all, apa yang majority?
All non-executive.
All must be non-executive.
Major independent. Oh, sebab not all non-executive is.
So that means there is no way executive to be part of audit committee. But it's okay if not all NEDs are not independent because it requires only majority.
Dah tinggi dah, jadi dah. Apa? Macam tak kat Malaysia. Kita ada macam apa? Dekat MCD tu dia kata dua member of non-executive dia kata dua member tu adalah independent NED. Lagi satu tu tak independent. So tick lah kan.
Okay, you have to see how many in total the total number of members.
Ada 7 atau 10. Oh macam tadi tu?
Atau ada 27 kan?
So tiga nak NED. Tiga independent. Tiga ID. Empat NED.
Okay, under UKFRC and under ASX, they are you know the checklist how to check the level of independence. Untuk UKFRC page 128. Dah hafal page macam Zakir Naik. It depends on the question. If the question asks you to use specific one, the one is to. And then for ASX, box 2.3. Nampak? Apa?
Mana sih?
Box 2.3.
18. Yang
Box 2.3.
108 ke 128?
Okay, UKFRC, how to check independence is page 1 to 8. A little bit far, so you have to tag your book because you know when you are referring to UKFRC and at the same time you want to see the checklist of independence, you have to refer to page 1 to 8. Okay. And then for ASX, under recommendation 4.1, down there, box 2.3. Yes, figure 3.5.
Figure 3.5.
Sir, tadi dia tak spesifik tau. Supaya boleh jawab sama ada UKFRC atau ASX tak?
Atau mana-mana?
Kalau saya tak jawab, dia soalan saya boleh saya jawab.
If there is no requirement to use means okay. Without that, but if there is the requirement.
Saya dah nak jawab based on asset tau. Tapi saya fikir sebab dia tak ada spesifik, so saya dah jadi
Yeah.
so kalau
Provide doesn't get any mark because there's no question asking.
Oh, tapi kalau tak spesifik tak apa sir?
kalau kita tulis principle tu dengan recommendation tu
Salah semua.
It depends on your overall answer. Tapi soalnya
Betul je.
bukan, soalnya salah.
Bersalah.
Sebab you are telling about another thing.
Oh, it's supposed to be another thing.
Sebab I assume principle is quite specific. Sorry. UK versi we have provision and principle.
Oh.
So if principle salah tak apa, jangan provision. Provision is more specific, principle dia lebih general.
Bagi dah tanah, dari mana terima tak minta. Salah.
Okay, that's one minute salah. Saya akan go through from the beginning all the summary. Term tadi sebab saya lebih fokus kepada cara proses soalan. Test tu saya rasa itu dia bercerita. So
Padahal duitnya terbagi. Tak, buat
kalau tadi kalau kita tak discuss tu
kalau kita dah So, yang ini nak buat revision mana satu saya?
semua
So, I hope you teach us essay question too. That test 1, test 2 sir. Thanks. Asal? Cakap sama hari raya, sama hari raya adik ada hal. Kalau orang tu berapa dia ucap sama hari raya, sama hari raya. Apa ada punya betul?
Apa lah, kekil lagi.
Apa je? Aku dia awak orang kan. Saya tak tahu. Apa betul tu?
Selamat. Selamat. Ha ha ha.
Selamat hari raya ada ha 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 ha.
Salah. Apa kena mengenai nama?
Ada ha. Ada ha ha. Ada ha.
Soalannya
Kalau orang biasa
baik.
cakap selamat hari raya ada ha. Cakap selamat hari raya ada ha lah kan. Tapi kalau orang lawak dia cakap so dia ha 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 kalau macam
Okey, bunyi lagi.
saya keyboard dia terdekat.
Sebab kita dah ada dah lambat lah. Dah late.
Alah.
Dah late. Betul lah. Sebab dah ada dua shift.
Aku ni buat kan salah tu.
Sebab dia kena 2 shift.
Salah. Sebab dia tekan. Kalau kita tekan dia.
Dia saja. Dia tukar dia bawa dia. Sebab dah late. Dah late.
Tak, effort tu ada.
Tapi kau dah sampai.
Sampai lah. Sampai.
Sir, so kalau dia non-independent maksudnya dia automatically non-executive. Tak. Kalau dia
Kalau
betul lah.
dia executive, dia automatically non-independent. Faham?
Non-executive
Kalau
automatically
dia executive, dia automatic non-independent.
kalau dia executive. Salah lah saya buat test tadi. Alah.
Dia tak kerja auto independent.
Kau kemarin nak balik. Baru nak balik. Dia tanya kalau si dia buat nak suruh check boleh ke? Dia tak boleh.
Apa dia datang boleh macam
Kau tu.
Oh, tu balik. Mindset dia mana balik? Balik slow.
Dia tanya yang kita dah hantar ada Sarah.
Okay, where are the others? Lepas jadah. Lepas jadah.
Executive revision class.
Okay, Lawrence, Assalamualaikum and good afternoon.
Waalaikumsalam.
We are reaching the final stage of EG with me. When are you guys going to have the session with Prof Zul?
Rabu ni.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday the
Do you know about Prof Zul? He's a good friend of mine.
I don't know.
He is
sir.
a good friend of mine.
Oh.
And for your information, he brought me here because we worked together before.
At Audible.
No, another institution.
Okay.
So when he joined Uni Razak, before that it was Unita, and then became Uni Razak, and I've been teaching at Uni Razak ever since Uni Razak was Unita. So I've been teaching here as a part timer for more than 10 years. So just to show that, just to tell you that Prof Zul is actually a good friend of mine. Cumanya dia Prof, kita biasa-biasa je. Okay, alright. What are we going to do for this very last session? I know and understand you are tired, so I'm not going to push you to do any critical thinking this afternoon. But by the way, how was your test this morning?
Very long.
Very long. Actually, for your information, I have few comments, but I think I would reserve my comments on that test. So yeah, as not to spoil you and spoil everyone's mood. Hashtag YTJT. Okay, never mind. That's fine. The most important part of your test, from test 1 to test 2, I would really appreciate if you did all the tests, you utilize your textbook, you utilize your index, you utilize your notes. Okay? I know some of you got the sample questions from the previous SEM. It's okay, that's fine. But I'm afraid you won't learn anything if you are just there to see the exact answer and then you put your answer there. For your information, during the real exam, you won't have that anymore. Because I'm here today. I was just alone. I couldn't go around and make sure you didn't communicate. You didn't copy. You didn't open another browser. It's beyond my control. But you have to remember, in the real exam, everything is going to be so strict, and you will struggle if you keep on doing that. So it's all about your attitude about doing and taking an exam. That's why I said I should reserve my comments. If you know, you know. For example, when I said I asked you to close all the tabs, I don't know why still people they open and write the essay is using Word, using Google Doc. I didn't ask you to do that because you are not able to do so. Whatever there is in the system, use it. Okay, if you do it somewhere, I don't want to be skeptical, but if you can open another app, you can also open the browser, you can also do some other things, which even though you didn't do that, but believe me, in the exam, everything is going to be so restricted. You even not allowed to bring your stationery. You will be given only a sketchbook, which is rewritable. You know, something like whiteboard. You are given a small marker, and if you want, let's say you have written something, if you want to write something else, you have to erase first. To that extent, you are not even allowed to bring your own pen.
Macam exam pun.
Yes, more or less the same.
Macam C bagi bawah.
Yes.
Tapi kita tak boleh bawa balik tu.
Tak boleh.
No, it's online.
Saya kan kata nanti dia akan bagi ke board atau
Oh no.
Tak boleh.
No.
Kan ada yang kalau Google biasa mesti kata bagi kita kan.
No, everything is only one. Yes.
Macam susah nak refer balik sebab panjang. Macam ni. Macam tadi.
Yeah, something like that. It's slightly restricted, but I'm sure it is slightly better than Google Form that you used just now. You can scroll down, you can go back to your previous question. But again, yeah.
Tapi kalau guna browser lain tak masalah.
Yeah. Okay, so please take note and please prepare, because for me, whatever amount that you scored for a test 1, test 2, if I were to rate you, even for those who scored lower, for those who failed, they can even do better in the external, and the other way around. If you scored too high for test 1, test 2, I am afraid of you. If you know what I mean. Okay, that's what I said. YTJT. Okay? Tak ada dah spoil dah mood kan. But I have to tell you lah. Because I want to save you. It is not that cheap to take this exam and try to ask those who repeat this paper. So if possible, I don't want you to repeat this because of you are not doing what you're supposed to do when we give you chance to learn. Okay? Right. Okay, let's have a quick discussion on what we have covered so far. So technically your exam is going to be held somewhere very soon next month, less than a month I suppose. Who is having the earliest? Anyone? 12. 10. Anyone having 10? I think 10 is on the first day, right? 10. Where about? Where is the venue? Viva Mall.
Ada yang
Yeah, I think I took mine at Viva Mall. That was very long time ago. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, not exactly in the mall. Yeah.
Macam blok lain.
Somewhere like another block, yes. But the place is very small. Something like shop lot lah.
Scary lah.
Yeah. And don't be surprised if you see the person who is in charge there, he or she might be quite strict. So if he or she said something, you have to put back aside. You cannot do this, you cannot do that. Just to show how strict it is in the exam. Okay. Okay. So again, these are the figures that you have been through so far, which I believe going through 2 different set of exams, you experience a lot in managing your time. Whether the essay is too long or too small, I'm sure that you have already gained a lot in terms of your time management. Okay, there are 5 modules that we covered, and there are 5 modules that you have applied yourself, your understanding in both of the exams. We started with module 1, accounting and society. If you ask me, okay, first and foremost, we need to see the percentage. Okay, everyone can turn to the front page, the hardbound, the softbound, the one in blue.
Oh, titik.
Okay, the weightage. Module 1. Siapa ada marker? Anyone here having marker? Okay, right, never mind. You write down. Okay. Now we have 20. We are having 15% here. So let's calculate a point out of 75. If 15%, how many questions would be coming from module 1? 8. Okay. Again, try to press your calculator. 15% times 75. 11. Around 11, right? 10 to 11. Okay, let's assume 11. 11 questions will be coming from module 1. And this 11, okay, it's either I am saying 11 questions or 11 marks. Okay, let's go. For me, for this module 1, I would say 11 questions because less likely they will include this in the essay pass.
Yes.
So that 11 questions are MCQs. So what are the areas of MCQs that we should focus on? You have to know the difference between self-interest, public interest, enlightened self-interest, the attributes of the profession. Okay, for example, I think you have seen some questions before. You are given a scenario. Okay, this is under what? I think there is one question. Dr. Richardson. Okay, Dr. Richardson working in the In the medical industry, if I'm not mistaken. And then most of us, we thought that the answer is this attribute, but it is actually the other one. Okay. I think if you can refer back to Dr. Richardson's question, maybe if not in my test, maybe you can find it in knowledge equity. Okay, remember this name, Dr. Richardson. Right? The question is asking about the industry that Dr. Richardson is in. It tells about the requirements to complete minimum hours of training. Most of us, we thought that when it says minimum hours of training, the attribute is extensive education process, right? But actually the answer is autonomy. Why autonomy? You get what I mean? Okay. Usually when the situation says, okay, in this industry, the minimum requirement for training is 40 hours, as compared to other industries. Because of the word in comparison to other industries, so that makes it is not to say that extensive education process is wrong, but less correct. There is more correct answer, which is autonomy. Why? Because the industry sets the standard. That 40 hours was set by the industry. If the industry says 60. If they want 30-30. They set themselves. So by having that autonomy of setting how many hours for the members to fulfill, that makes autonomy. You know, okay, anyone is still confused about high degree level of autonomy? What does it mean by autonomy? Autonomy means what?
Power.
Autonomy means power. Okay, power. Power to control. Power to control, power to regulate. That's where under that attribute we learn co-regulation, self-regulation, okay, and normal regulation. Okay. Interaction with society, another part that we discussed in module 1. We learn on what are the skills required to be, for us to equip ourselves to become future-oriented accountants. I think one of the questions that could possibly be asked, you are given different sets of skills. You decide which one is SSKE, which one is TSKE. How do you differentiate between TSKE and SSKE? TSKE more on technical. Okay, something like you have to learn first, then only you can apply. Soft skill is from you. Okay, you can nurture it, you can develop it yourself. Okay, without not necessarily to attend for a proper training. It could be both. It could be both. Because if there's no SSKE, because I got a student last time. Her CGPA was below average, but she secured a place in Big Four because of her SSKE. So firms, they are not going to employ kiasu. You know kiasu? Nerdies. Because nerdies, you scored 4 flat, but any nerdies here? Kadang-kadang any nerdies?
Specialization.
Okay, any question, anything that you would like to ask in module 1? Remember, 15%, more or less 11 questions. In comparison with, how powerful that industry or that company when it comes to do with a requirement. Because the question that Dr. Richardson the requirement dia berbeza dengan industri lain. Itu saya kata jawapan yang ni dia tak salah, cuma dia lebih tepat. Nanti tengok nanti towards the end CPA punya style most likely dia degree saya. Okay, now let's go to module 2 now. Okay, let's calculate. Okay, go back to the hardcover. 25%. So please calculate for me 25% out of 75. 15 or 18?
15 kalau 20 lah.
18 or 15?
Tapi ni 20%.
Sorry, 20 ke 25?
Kalau 20.
20. Yeah, 20. Okay, 20 means 15 lah. Okay, 15, I would say for module 2, 15 points. 15 points. Because it could be coming from the essay part. Okay, let's say out of 15, I don't know, okay, by the way, this is just my prediction, okay? Out of 15 marks from module 2, maybe 7 to 8 marks coming from the essay part. Because of why? This is the part where we can apply APES, we can apply model, AAA model, you know. Another one is what? Philosophical model. Okay, APSJN 14 not really popular. Okay, so yes, maybe half, 7 or 8. Let's assume half. Half of it could be in the AC part, and half of it could be in the MCQs. Do you know what we are doing now? Do you know what we are actually estimating?
Yes.
Okay, so that you know, okay, oh, I should focus more on which area.
So kalau say biasanya decision make part D je lah.
It depends.
It could be
But
the
I don't really think that they're gonna ask you this, but it could be.
It could be part C.
It could be mainly part C.
Maybe part C.
It could be mainly, not merely. Okay, it could be mainly, because they can ask you from this part too, these two parts too. But mainly, something like your test one. Something like your test one. Yeah, part C and D. APS 110 and okay, APS 110 has many parts.
Betul?
4 or 5?
5.
4 or 5?
Apa ni? 4.
4 or 5?
4
or 5? Parts. Okay, parts 4. Okay. Part 1, part A. Sorry, part 1 until part 4.
Part 1, part
Okay, I think there is a question in knowledge equity. How many parts in APS 110? Yeah, 4.
4 part.
Why not 5? 5. We are not talking about the part. If 5, not about the parts. Right? Who is using part 1?
Then fundamental.
General, all members.
Principal.
Right? Part 2? Member in business. PAIB. Who are the members in business? Accountants in AirAsia, accountants in Uninaza, accountants in banks, not banks lah, accountants in commercials. Why do I say not banks? Because usually in most cases banks are having their own unique act. So it could be different, but yeah, as long as it is not under not under audit firms or accounting firms, then we can consider all under PAIB. Part C, member in public practice. For those who are working in audit firm, not necessarily Big Four, but accounting firms. And part D, for those who are working in audit and assurance. Okay, if I am working in KPMG doing audit, which parts are applicable? 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4.
3.
No, I'm giving you answer. Kita bagi jawapan, bukan kita tanya tau.
Oh.
Kita tanya. 1, 3 and 4. 1 is because everyone is general. 3 because we are working in public practice, and 4 because we are working on. Yes. Yeah. In business. Okay, while we are still here, any questions related to this part, this module?
Any question? Kejap saya nak fikir first.
Okay, ethical egoism and restricted egoism. Okay, I think relate. Okay, let's see that in the module. Okay, good question. We go through this together.
Altruism juga. Berapa lagi?
Page berapa, Ika?
Page 53. Tapi I think dia jauh sikit.
Ethical
Ada
egoism.
ethical egoism.
Ya.
And one more.
Bawah dia tu je.
Oh. Restricted belakang. Restricted egoism.
Virtue ethics dan virtue of character kan. Dia ada virtue bukan virtue ethics yang kita apply secara fizikal, yang nampak. Virtue of character yang tak nampak. Contoh, orang mencuri, dia ada mencuri, itu virtue of character. Virtue of virtue of character, kenapa dia jahat? Okay, ethic. You have to understand first what does it mean by egoism. Yeah, it relates to self-interest. Why people do have self-interest? Because could be due to his or her ego. I really want to do this. I don't care. I'm the boss. Yes, I want to do this because I have the power to do this, and this is for me. That's ego. Okay, and ethical egoism.
Dia secara etis.
When you are to be ego, of course, ego is good. Sometimes good, sometimes not good, right? So when we are to pursue our self-interest, but we have to understand we are bound, we are constrained by the law. Let's say, okay, I know that I want to take this money, and that is self-interest. But if I take this money, I will get caught. So, I think it gives me an indication better not to take this time, or maybe better not to take this at all. Okay, ethical egoism.
So, egoism kita boleh cakap dia as macam persuasive.
Persuasive. What do you mean by persuasive?
Contoh PwC auditor, dia actually dah terlambat due, tapi dia cakap dekat registry tu supaya dapatkan surat untuk mengatakan due tu betul lah, padahal salah auditor tu. So dia macam ethical egoism. So dia boleh self-interested juga.
Because egoism tu is consisting of self-interest. Boleh? Yeah, I like the word you say, persuasive. Persuasive. What is the opposite of persuasive? Yeah. Okay. Can you remember where did we learn persuasive? Which topic? I think. Okay, let's control F. Persuasive. I think that saya rasa there is one part. Okay, what is persuasive? Something that is highly influential. Yeah. Yeah, something that is important and it is influential. Persuasive. I don't really want to do this, but since this thing is actually persuasive, but then I do. Because others are doing this, persuasive. Okay? Okay, going back to here. Any other question? Yeah. Okay. If you refer back to this slide, are they the same? reading through this just now. Apa page tadi juga? 53 kan?
Page dalam 60 sampai 62.
Jom kita confirm.
Fifty-three, 54. Answer, it's restricted dengan ethical.
Okay. So I want everyone to read through these two paragraphs. It is actually under one paragraph, but can try to read out until this, and you guys tell me your understanding.
Oh, sama je. Restricted dengan ethical, nama lain je lah ni.
Okay. So both are actually talking about the same situation. You want to be selfish, you want to fulfill your self-interest, but you are restricted by the law. Yes.
Faham?
Yeah.
Kalau yang limitation untuk utilitarianism kan,
Utilitarianism.
saya tak faham lah.
Utilitarianism is for a large group of people.
Tapi kalau utility dekat dalam kita ada bagi form. Tapi apa yang
Limitation.
Aduh, dah betul tu ada. Tak tertulis juga.
dia sebenarnya nampak pasal apa?
Utilitarianism is we are concerning for the public interest.
Ni, ni dia tu.
But how do we measure all of the public interest? That is the we know that it is a public, but apparently how do they actually? Because you're not going to measure one by one. Are you happy? That means that is the limitation. That's why you said that let's say you are saying that you are doing public interest. Okay, that's fine. But in the all of them, of course, we can't make everyone happy. That is the limitation. So because you are now saying that egoism is not good. Doesn't mean that utilitarianism is good. Because they are limitations. Okay, so I believe as of now you know and you should know all the definitions, all the notes concerning APS, concerning the three models. Okay. Any more question for this? Again, 15 marks, 7 or 8 for both MCQs and essay. Okay, module 3. How many percent now? Yeah. Advocacy. Okay, good. Advocacy is a threat to independence. Okay, that is the first thing that we should start thinking. Advocacy is a threat to independence. Okay, we let's say we claim that we want to be independent, but if there is an advocacy threat, it might affect our independence. For example, okay, I was sharing with your colleagues just now. Let's say I am an auditor working in Big Four, and this month I have been asked to audit Suncorp. Okay, right. We know that Suncorp is good, so after doing few activities of the audit with Suncorp, and then you go and tell your friends, I think let's go and subscribe Suncorp. You are not supposed in that position to promote whether you like or you don't like. Since you are now the auditor of Suncorp, you can't do any kind of proxy. Proxy means wakil, no representation. Yes. You cannot say something good, something bad about that firm that you are currently engaged with. Okay, so is that what? Okay, I said advocacy affects or independence. Advocacy affects which APS, which school of ethics?
Integrity.
Okay, integrity and objectivity. Yes. Because okay, imagine after few weeks of auditing Celcom, of course you have somehow having a good relationship with the people working in Celcom. So they might treat you lunch. Then they are not actually ask you to promote, but you somehow you automatically say, okay, the staff are good, the product is good, so why not? Go and subscribe. Whether you like it or you don't like it, keep it to yourself. Don't do any representation. Okay, because you're not getting anything. You're not going to get anything. Even if you get, that is even worse. Because since you're not getting anything, you will end up getting questions of your independence. People will ask, will judge, why you have to promote Celcom? Are you the original Celcom? Okay?
So advocacy let's from
legal? Okay. Okay, someone asked me about virtue ethics. If we can, okay, let's refer back the diagram of virtue ethics.
Ethics of character.
Okay, virtue ethics is under ethics of character. Virtue ethics mainly describes the intangible traits, TRAITS, intangible characters. For example, you know someone is, okay, let's talk about verb and adjective. Verb and adjective. Okay, let's talk about verb. How do you know someone is
A robber.
a robber? How do you know that someone is a robber? According to verb.
Yes, a past criminal
You
record.
see on in CCTV that he or she robbed, stole something.
Jahat.
Or if not, you through CCTV you see it. Okay, through your eyes. Right. The one is virtue, ethics of conduct. Okay, we talk about verb. When we talk about verb, means something that you see physically, that you can see. Okay, ethics of character is something that you can't see. Okay, now we are talking about the same person. Okay, the robber just now. How do you describe a robber? What makes a robber being a robber without telling people that he or she is a robber?
Jahat.
The character of jahat. Jahat is what? Bad people. Bad people. So that is virtue ethics. Okay. So why do we learn this? Because to show that you are actually an ethical accountant, you can show it clearly or you can show it intangibly. Sometimes you see, let's say this kind, I can see people, okay, who is like this, who like that, based on what you do, what you say, and I can also see from your character. Right? So that's how you see the difference. Okay, remember we talked about the case of the, sorry to say, the G couple? Which part? Rights and justice versus duties. Yes, remember? The cake. The G couple wants to order a cake. Yes. Okay, I think we have done part module 2.
Yang mana ni? Ada dua ni.
Soft dollar benefits. Which page?
Dia kata tadi ada dua yang
Right and justice.
duties and rights.
Right and justice. Dia kan bawah human right.
Oh, duties bukannya.
Dia duties pieces. Dia bukan bawah tu, tapi dia bawah right and justice.
Okay. Man. Sure.
Soft dollar benefit.
Sama macam right.
Okay, this is under what?
Apa yang kita tentang
Okay, soft dollar benefits is besides commission. Okay, let's say you are an agent of, say, public mutual. Okay, any financial service. When you sell a product or say unit trust, you will get a commission. Okay, so on top of getting that commission, okay, you are also getting another benefits, soft dollar benefits. I think if you can relate to the case of Boom and ZZ. Read. Yes. That you read that case. That one is soft dollar benefits.
kes apa tu?
Bung apa? Bung Radif. ZZ in the case. Bung Mukhtar.
So kiranya kita dapat banyak benefit.
Because
Sama monetary dengan
commission is commission. Commission is something that is clearly stated. You when you sell this, you will receive this. But soft dollar benefit is something
Dia
else.
dapat benda lain
Yes.
juga lah. Dia dan orang lain kita dapat commission, lepas tu dapat driver pula.
Yes. Something like a bit of, you know, not really rasuah lah, but
dia dapat lebih daripada driver juga.
gift. That one is considered a gift. That one gift pun could be soft dollar benefit juga. Tapi soft dia lebih kepada gift lah. It is acceptable within range. That's why when some companies have to set, if you are to receive gifts, it must be minimum. Let's say not more than 50, not more than 100. I think you have to see the question first. If the gift can really influence your independence, that is the gift that is wrong.
Kita kisah mana tu yang
Dia show your the other jacket or this?
Dia bawa tapi kalau yang tapi dapat sekali dengan benefit kalau kau buat di sini kalau panjang-panjang dapat dah sekali
Contoh saya nak ceritakan. Sudah bagi saya tahu. Ada orang kata kita dia akan influence saya. Kita akan lebih suka kita tak pernah makan crispy. Makan coklat kalau dia nak. Tak bagi orang tak bagi aku. Okay. Okay, let's move on to the third one before we go for a break. Okay, let's calculate for this one. How many percent? 25. So it brings 18 marks. So I would say 8 marks for essay part. Okay, 8 marks for essay part. So it will be compensated plus minus with module 2 just now. Because essay part is only 12 marks, so plus minus. But let's prepare for the worst. Let's assume 8 marks will be from module 3. Okay. By the way, I have uploaded this in the folder. So this slide is already available in your. Okay. So now, which part? Okay. How do we structure? How I want you to structure your revision? Part A, Part B, we talk about 8 plus 3 plus 5. 8 plus 3 plus 5. Okay, we have 8 duties. The directors, company secretary, board, and chair. Right? And then we talk about 3 powers. Shareholders, CEO, and board. Okay? And 5 theories. Stewardship theory, agency theory. What is that? Stewardship, agency, stakeholder theory, transactional cost theory, and CSR theory. Okay, which theory that relates to ACAP? Remember we discussed about AKAPT last time? ACAP.
Oh, akhirnya kita
The one, the situation where the plot twist,
COVID
first day they reject, second day they came with flowers.
Stewardship. Tak tahu.
Not in this chapter. Saja je test power. That one is under module 5. We call it legitimacy theory. Chapter 5.
Akad.
ACAP, the story of ACAP. You still remember last week, right?
Yes.
From hate to become support, to become love. Okay?
From hate to love. Benci, lama-lama suka.
Ya. Akademi Pengajian Tinggi. Yes. Yes, Part B. Yes. Part A.
Kita dah senang tengok.
Kau dia tanya aku.
Aku ni bisa.
Tidak. Apa? Tak. Aku tadi dia tutup dia.
Dia tak percaya.
Kau boleh tak ulang balik dia cakap apa?
Oh, dia tanya ada soalan kat Malaysia kita kita dah buat residual loss dia akan meningkatkan monitoring cost. Kita cakap dapat dia share kalau residual loss kita dah buat benda tu akan hilang ke tak? Dia tak akan ada cost ke residual loss, benda tu tak akan hilang, cuma dia akan turun naik saja.
Oh, kalau kos yang ni naik, itu dia.
Dia macam matematik lah. Dalam satu equation tu satu naik satu turun.
Faham?
Okay, apa beza business judgment dengan
Kalau kita cover pula, dia protect director tu untuk yang arbitration. Macam kalau dia company tu dia technically sama tu
Sini jaga ini asyik jaga
Let's move on a bit. We finish off this one first, and we go for break. Okay, part A, part B, 8 plus 3 plus 5. Most importantly, you have to know and understand what are the duties and what are the powers too. Because I would say part A and part B also can be out in the AC5. For example, according to the above case, identify two duties, two directors' duties that may have been breached. Something like the question in the test this morning. I can put another question based on the above case. Identify two directors' duties that may have been breached. Directors' duties. Or it could be asking you about powers too. Okay, then we move to part C. Part C is where we learn the corporate governance of those 7 countries. Remember? Okay. UK, US, Australia, Germany, France, Japan, India. I think there was a question about India this morning. Right? What is the uniqueness of UK? At least one country we should have a milestone to remember. UK is about Cadbury report. Okay? Ingat UK, ingat chocolate. Cadbury report. Cadbury report. Okay, US. No, not yet. Ramsey is Australia. US, the most popular one that influence all over the world. Sarbanes-Oxley Act. Yeah, whatever milestone. Yeah, we can talk about Enron. We can talk about the Sarbanes-Oxley Act. SOX. Okay. Then we talk about Australia. We have 3. Ramsey report. We have ASX. We have CLERB. CLERB. Clear? Okay. CLERB or club, whatever. That is something like Sarbanes-Oxley because both are British. These 2 acts, both in US and Australia, they were enacted following those standards. Okay, those acts were enacted following those standards and rules. HIH. Okay, HIH. Yes.
Sarbanes-Oxley dengan Enron US.
Yes. Sarbanes-Oxley. Sarbanes-Oxley influence most corporate governance codes around the world, including Malaysia. Okay, OECD country. Okay, OECD country. First question: is Malaysia part of OECD?
No.
No. Okay. What does it mean by OECD? Okay, go and Google. Or you can read from. Okay. Now I want you to Google and to try to see the countries in OECD. Okay. Any neighborhood countries inside OECD? Australia. Any Asian countries there?
No.
Japan?
Oh,
ASEAN. ASEAN, not Asian. ASEAN.
Singapore.
Got Singapore? No? Brunei? Okay. Only Brunei under ASEAN.
Mana tak wah?
Okay. Later on, try to understand what makes a country be part of OECD. Okay, unlike ASX, unlike UK FRC, because they are regional. ASX is in Australia, UK FRC is in UK, United Kingdom. But how about OECD? What makes a country be part of OECD?
Brunei.
Saya dah terfikir apa beza awak dengan
Soalan dia higher order thinking skills.
Tak, soalnya betul pick up line saya.
Astagfirullahalazim.
tak berbalik apa beza awak dengan
Okay, alright.
Dekat Elon Sound.
Alright, part D, everyone.
Dunia memang berjumpa.
Okay, remember about, I think I think you still have the, you know, the summary of the differences between this. Okay, I have a picture. Let me just share with you first, and I will upload this picture in the folder. But I just want to show you this. Tak.
Saya nak tunjuk gambar. Kau ni.
Okay, by the way, I shared this picture as well in the chat folder. I wrote this somewhere, so I took a picture. You can have a look in the chat folder. Okay, this is a quick summary to differentiate between the three CG codes. Okay, page number. I think it's good for you to start tagging because there are some parts that are quite a bit far away, especially UKFRC. UKFRC is in appendix 3.1, right?
Yeah.
So it is very far from the first two. So please start tagging now, so that when you are to refer, at least you know you can strictly tag. And don't forget to tag page 1 to 8. Remember page 1 to 8, the requirement, the criteria to test independence under UKFRC. Is that as well? It's already there. It is in the chat folder. This one. Okay, we talk about OECD having 6 principles. So the labeling is principle 1 until 6, and then A, then followed by number, alphabet followed by number, and then it restarts again. For example, principle 1, A1. Principle 2 also got A. Principle 3 also got A. So the ABC is restarting. You get what I mean? So you have to be very clear, and you have to be careful in applying the coding. All those main shareholder, very much the same for all the 3 codes. Yeah, I think more or less the coverage shareholder and the other stakeholders. Okay, then under UKFRC, the coding is category, principal, provision. Okay, in the exam, at least you must ensure the provision must be correct. And if you don't put principal, that's fine. Okay, now I want everyone to see the difference between principle and provision. Principle is quite general.
Yes.
Provision is more specific. Okay? Someone asked me, sir, if the provision is correct, but the principle is wrong, how? I think the most importantly is the provision. As if you are not sure which principle should you state, just don't put the principle, put provision. Okay, let's choose one. Let's test one. UK Farsi kan? Okay, remember I told you principles are general. Provisions are more specific. Okay, let's test one. Provision 9. If you want to state principle, which principle that links to provision 9? F. Okay, because that one is quite clear, right? Okay. Okay, how about 10?
Apa ni? Masalah.
Macam kalau G punya tu dia macam buat general.
Yeah.
Tapi kalau plan tu bagi spesifik tu.
Yeah, that's right. If you are not sure which principle to link with a provision, better not to mention the principle.
Oh,
Just put the provision only.
oh, boleh
Dia tak
rasa.
apa kan.
So, because of why? Because I'm afraid
Salah.
you state the provision correctly, but you state the principle wrong.
So dia apa salah?
I don't know, but to be safe,
So better not state.
if you confident to state, you can. But if you still unclear, okay, this is actually under which principle, you better not.
So, mana nak construct ayat tu?
Macam detail lah. Macam tu
I don't know. I that's just my. Because most important you want to know which provision.
Kenapa? Sebab dia tu 1, 2, 3, 8, 9.
Salah tanya apa tadi? Cara nak tulis according to, based on. Yeah, according. If you want, yeah. But most importantly is the provision.
So kalau yang itu dia tak nak kalau tak split category sebab yang itu continuous. So basically macam kalau macam dia add on apa itu dia tak boleh dia tak balik. So yang tu baru
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yang awal-awal dah.
So why provision can stand alone? Why do I emphasize only on provision, not asking you to do all category, principle, provision? Because it can stand alone by itself. Because there is no duplication. You know, provision 21 is provision 21. There is no other provision 21 in another place. You know, unlike OECD, principle 1 has A, principle 2 also has A, principle 3 also has A.
So kalau OECD kena tulis semua lah.
Yes. According to principle 1, A1, that is OECD. But for UKFRC, according to provision 21,
Recommendation tak payah mention, sir.
convention SX. Recommendation.
2.4.
Yeah, that one is if you do ASX.
So boleh mention juga lah according to recommendation.
Yes. So UKFRC and ASX the same. Just take the recommendation.
Saya ready. Iman.
If usually if there is no requirement to link to CG code, you will have to ask. Instruction to use Okay, and ASX we have we have 8 recommendations, but remember the numbering is up until 9.3. 8 principles, but the numbering is up until 9.3 because 9.1, 9.2 and 9.3 are additional. Does not belong and that does not belong to any principle stated in the 8.
Kalau ASX nak kena tulis principal ke?
Same thing like but I think for ASI is quite safe because it's between principle and recommendation only. And then the principle is just the title. Principle in UKFRC is general.
Kalau macam
Mana yang 9.3 tak nampak?
That should be fine because it is no overlapping.
kalau untuk recommendation yang ada huruf kalau saja seperti recommendation kan kita beda state.
Tak ikut. Itu UKFRC.
Section.
186. So kalau macam yang ni recommendation je tapi boleh guna lah yang ni.
Boleh?
Kalau macam kalau berkait dengan case study so boleh guna lah yang ni.
Boleh? Apa? You kena ingat 3 ni apa? Kadang-kadang kita terlepas pandang. Kena ingat siap-siap 3 recommendation pasal apa. Kadang-kadang kita cari kat 188 tak lupa. Padahal dia dekat 9.
Nama satu lagi.
Beza komiti.
Salah
Masih ingat? Okay, yeah, good, Ellie. One more difference to take note across all these 3. Okay? After this, we go for break. Okay? Across all these 3 CG codes, the perfect one is ASX because it asks you to form all 4 committees. OECD 3 out of 4. Which one that is not in OECD? Nomination. Which one is not in UKFRC?
Risk management.
Which one that has which committee that appears in all 3?
ASL.
No, I mean which committee that appears in all 3 codes? Audit and
Remuneration.
remuneration. Okay? Okay, I think we need a break. So go and have a quick break, then we will.
Apa nak ambil investasi yang tak ada sekali. Tapi kurang setelah tapi
Tak, bukan. Dia komiti ni kita guna untuk apa tu?
Komiti sebab dia ada apa kan so kalau tak ada komiti tu kan
Dia tak ada dunia lah. Dia
macam preparation British dia logical lah tapi kalau
Dia buka
komiti dia ada 3 je
Betul lah, OIC dia kan tak ada nomination kan. Okay, contoh, lepas tu macam case study tu pasal nomination. So tak boleh guna OECD lah. Kata OECD tak ada nomination.
tak kisahkan kalau dia ada
Dalam case study, dalam case study.
maksudnya saya cakap lah benda yang kisah dia salah disebabkan State lah sebab dia ada 3 tu je dia tak ada nomination.
Tak,
Sama macam
prinsip ni kita kena pilih sendiri kan. OECD ke ASX tu.
ada yang dia spesifikkan macam
Macam ada duties and power.
dia spesifikkan untuk
Responsibilities dengan duties apa? Power adalah autonomi. Contoh kuasa dia macam ni, macam parents dengan anak-anak. Maksudnya ahli keluarga, family members, everyone has duties. Duty as a son, as a daughter, duty as a father, duty as a mother. Okay. But you talk about powers, not everyone has power. Maybe the parents got the power. Same thing like when you differentiate between directors, okay, duties and powers. Directors may not have powers, okay, but they have powers. Are usually we talk about what? We talk about if one director himself or herself maybe no power, but board yes, CEO yes, shareholders also.
Apa ni? Masakan siapa tadi?
semua kan tak ada orang kali lah kita je
Bukan selalu